The way to become whole and the way to become what you're meant to be is through returning and surrendering. Return to the current moment and continually return to the present. And that's the gift of life. While you're centered and grounded in the present, embracing all that life gives you or gifts you with gratitude, embracing the good and embracing the bad with appreciation into growth, surrender. I'm not talking about giving up. I'm talking about getting calm, taking some deep breaths, relaxing, and listening to the thoughts that come to you and are meant to improve you. Surrender could be the most powerful word that there is when you see it as acceptance with gratitude for all the guidance that the gift of life gives you. Cracking the Millionaire Code, reading number 26, final reading. Which will it be? Let's look into your crystal ball. If 5 years from today, you're saying to yourself, thank heaven I did it, it'll be because you succeeded in cracking the 4 codes of personal wealth. Let's go out 5 years from now and see what you were able to accomplish. You cracked your destiny code. You pondered and prayed about your own place in the universe. You searched your soul to find the talents, passions, and values that set you apart. You learn to follow your intuition by doing your 3B, body, brain, being process, all capitalized with capital B's, body, brain, being process, body, brain, being process every day. You began to see the power of putting the big rocks first, capital B's, big, capital B, capital R, big rocks. You began to see the power of putting in the big rocks first. You began to live the principles of capitalized, enlightened wealth, capital E, capital W, enlightened wealth, capitalized, leverage, capitalized, inner wealth, capitalized, giving, capitalized, higher power, and capitalized, trusteeship. You may not have fully realized your destiny, but you sense you're heading in the right direction. You cracked the capitalized angel code. You found a group of like-minded people who decided there's a better way to wealth. You've each prepared your capitalized, enlightened wealth statements to reveal the hidden value of each member of your team. You each took the HOTS, all capital letters. You each took the HOTS, capital S survey, HOTS, HOTS survey online to discover your innate talents. You listed your angels' capital resources, attitude capital, network capital, A, attitude capital, N, network capital, G, genius capital, E, experience, education capital, L, light capital, and S, serendestiny capital. You came to the realization that all the answers you sought were found in the capitalized 7 circles of empowerment around you. You cracked the capitalized prism code. You discovered an idea that interested you. With your angel team, you processed the capitalized great idea through the capitalized millenarium. You saw your capitalized great idea through multiple eyes, futurized, through multiple eyes, future eyes, billion eyes, child eyes, and so on. You saw your capitalized great idea through multiple eyes, spelled E-Y-E-S. Future eyes, billion eyes, child eyes. And child eyes there is spelled C-H-I-L-D-I-Z-E, child eyes, and so on. Then you differentiated your capitalized great idea with the wow, all capital letters, W-O-W, the wheel of wealth, by asking 21 questions to add, subtract, multiply, and divide your capitalized great idea into a unique and enlightened $1 million idea. You divided your $1 million idea into the PRISM, all capital letters, prism of products, related products, information, services, and media. Yes, it took time to assimilate this new vocabulary and this new way of thinking. But a hidden world of opportunity began to reveal itself. You began to realize that with your newfound tools and your newfound team, you could millionize almost anything. Finally, you cracked the capitalized star code. You learned how to attract a growing number of customers through enlightened word of mouth. People started to flood into your capitalized enlightened enterprise because of the way you treated each new customer as a star. They came again and again and brought their friends with them. With a capital S, serendestiny of increasing proportions began to magically occur as capitalized higher power began to open up new doors for your capitalized enlightened enterprise in sudden and magical ways. In short, the vault of ever-expanding prosperity and wealth was finally opened to you, and you realized that the enormous effort of concentration and dedication was worth far more than you had invested. You did it. Having cracked open your vault, you felt compelled to find others who were still struggling and show them how they could model what you had done. And how did you achieve all this? It all started with reading Cracking the Millionaire Code, this book right here, 5 years earlier, and then making, like if you're doing it like I'm doing it, you borrow it, but I'm sure they want you to buy. It's probably a good idea to buy it because there's a lot of really good stuff in here. Okay, but anyway, maybe you want to do these puzzles and stuff. I'm an audio person. I figured out I'm an audio person. I learn better from listening. Most people learn better. Most people are sight people. Most people learn better from seeing. So most people would probably want to buy this book. I'm going to listen to my recording that I made of this at least once a year. And I think that I'm going to have all this stuff in like 2 years, or 3 years. I don't think it's going to take me 5 years. Okay. You remember reading the final chapter and a strange assignment that the authors gave you in the final 4 pages. You remember how energized you were by those final words, how they inspired you to action. Here is what you read. Final thoughts. This is centered in green font and all capital letters. Final thoughts and assignments. Think back over the series of capital S serendipity dots that brought you to this place in time. When you are ready to read these words at this very moment, how did this book, quote, fall into your hands? Do you feel that it was an accident that you, quote, stumbled across these pages? Did someone, quote, give it to you? Did you, quote, bump into it at a bookstore? Did you, quote, catch one or both of us doing a media interview? Did one of our ads or infomercials, quote, grab you? It was pure, capitalized, serendipity. There is an enlightened window of opportunity open for you. Your future, 5 years from today, or however long it takes you, depends on what you do in the next 24 hours. Assignment number 1, give away some money, ASAP. I'm going to read that after I read the quotes around the margins of these 2 pages. Pages 278 and 279. You can turn your goals into gold, said Mark Victor Hansen. History is the record of an encounter between character and circumstances, said Donald Crichton. History is the record of an encounter between character and circumstances. Everything is in motion. Everything flows. Everything is vibrating. Wayne Dyer. Close your outer eyes and open your inner eyes. Mark Victor Hansen. Because your inner world controls your outer world. That's one of my favorite Peter Sage things. You know, Peter Sage says that all the time. Peter Sage loves to say your inner world controls your outer world. Peter Sage is my main mentor now. And he says that all the time. Your inner world controls your outer world. What you feel on the inside, what you feel in your heart, is what you're manifesting into your life. I learned from Greg Braden that your heart has up to 50,000 times the magnetic pull of your mind. And I know from all my research that everything begins as a thought in your mind. Every single thing, including emotions, begins as a thought in your mind. And what you feel in your heart is what brings it into your life. And what you want to feel in your heart is the first and most important thing is love for yourself. Not in a conceited way. I'm not talking about ego here. I'm talking about love. Just love for yourself because you know that the more you love yourself, the more love you have to give. You cannot give what you don't have. And when you're giving out of your overflow of love for yourself, you can't help it because it's just flowing over onto everyone around you. Then that's when your dreams start coming true. Back to the book. Wayne Dyer is awesome. I love Wayne Dyer. He's my original mentor. I'm going to read that one more time. Everything is in motion. Everything flows. Everything is vibrating. Okay. Choose your outer eyes and open your inner eyes. Mark Victor Hansen. I mean, everything is vibrating, everything is energy. I didn't talk about that. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. It's all energy. It's all frequency. To get what you want, tune in to the frequencies of love and peace and gratitude and everything that's good. Feel peace. Feel peace. And just let it flow to you. Like water. Flow like water. Where does water flow? Where does water go? It goes where it's easy. It stays in its flow. It flows down the mountain, into the river, down the river, into the ocean. It flows. Stay in your flow. Jump in your river of well-being. Feel the right energy. Feel the energy that feels good. If it feels bad, it's telling you that you're not focusing on the right things. And right now I'm going to focus on this book, getting this book done. Back to the book. Next quote. We find comfort among those who agree with us. Growth among those who don't. Frank A. Clark. We find comfort among those who agree with us and growth among those who don't. That's a great quote by Frank A. Clark. Next quote. Simplicity. A complex system that works is invariably found to have evolved from a simple system that works. John Gall. Simplicity. A complex system that works is invariably found. A complex system that works is invariably found to have evolved from a simple system that works. Complex systems evolve from simple systems that work. I'm going to talk on that now. I feel like I want to talk on that. The way to evolve yourself is to start with simple daily disciplines. You want to build your courage. Encourage more, starting with yourself. Start with simple daily disciplines. Pick something, anything that you do every single day that you're not currently doing every single day, like brushing your teeth. Maybe you're already brushing your teeth every single day. Like that, add to that, build on that. When you're brushing your teeth, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself how awesome you are, building up your love for yourself. Tell yourself how amazing you are. Saying your own name. All right, but building on that even more. After you brush your teeth, maybe you want to do one push-up if that's all you can do, or as many push-ups as you can do, and then build on that. Maybe you want to read one page out of a good book. Start with reading one page out of a good book every day. Maybe you want to make one phone call every day. Whatever, some simple daily discipline. Maybe one phone call to someone who you haven't talked to in a while, or like someone who cycles through your list of people, or 10 phone calls, or whatever it is. It evolves just like you. Your simple daily disciplines evolve, and you evolve with them. That's how it works. And then they stack on each other and build, and then you build. You're updating yourself every day. You're reprogramming yourself every day. Every day, daily disciplines. Building your courage. Simple systems evolve into complex systems. Okay, assignment 1. Give away some money ASAP. Do you believe in enlightened wealth? Yes. Then prove it. Find someone who needs some financial help, even a small amount, $5 or $10 or more. Maybe it's a family member or a friend or a church or a cause or someone on the TV asking for a pledge, or a beggar on the street asking for a handout. No matter. Check with capitalized higher power. It's going to be capitalized every time I say it, with a capital H, capital P. And ask to whom your windows of heaven, ask for whom your windows of heaven are wanted to be opened to today. Feel it in your heart. Feel it. Follow it. Give it with no expectation of reward or even a thank you. Then notice how it feels. Do it by this time tomorrow. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. And I want to add here real quick that this doesn't have to be something that you think needs help. For example, I recently decided that the library that I get most of my books at here in the San Diego Central Library, I live down here in downtown San Diego, California. The library over there is great. It's like 8 stories. There's a balcony. You know, you can go outside with a great view, and they have like events. They have like musical things and like all kinds of good educational things that they do there that are free. And there's no fees. You can have up to 100 books out, and all you have to do is return it. You have up to 100 books or movies or whatever out, and all you have to do is return it. They have study rooms. You know, they have all kinds of great things going on there. It's the best. I've said many times, it's the best library in the world. And when I go up to the desk to get something that they have back there for me on reserve, I don't spend much time in there. You know, I reserve things and I go pick it up and return things. I'm there in and out for 5 minutes, and it's great. And when I go to pick up like a good movie or something that they keep in the back there behind the desk, there's this tip jar there behind the window. And one time I put $5 in there when somebody impressed me. You know, I mean, people there usually impress me because they're just so friendly usually. It's a great place, and I decided that every time I go in there, I'm gonna put some money in that jar, that tip jar, as much as I feel like I can afford right now. It's gonna start out with $1 every time, and as I get more, I mean, I'm gonna be donating to lots of other things too. But this is how I'm starting. This is my simple discipline that I'm beginning this with. Because I decided to stop going to church, and I'm not going to talk about that. I'm more spiritual than religious. If church works for you, that's great. Okay, sorry about that. All right, anyway. So this is how I'm starting my, philanthropic ventures, is by donating to this library every time I go there. And I know I'm going to be giving back to a lot of things that I've gotten from. And I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to be giving back a lot more than what they gave me. Assignment 2. Crack the first wealth code. Did you crack the first simple code hidden in the introduction? Page XI to XVII. It's not too late. I'm not going to go back and do that and read that right now. Okay, fine, maybe I will. Go online and download the code checklist. No, I'm not going to do it right now. I'm not going to do it. Go online and download the code checklist. It contains clues that you might have overlooked. Do it before the clock strikes midnight. Just get it done. So if you want to do it like they suggest, and go back and listen to my first reading again or whatever, wherever page X, and find what they're talking about. and do it. That's what they want you to do here. And that's why they didn't say the website, go online, because they mentioned it a couple of times, 2 or 3 times through in like the first third of the book or so. They mentioned the website. I think it's CRACKINGTHEMILLIONAIRE.com, but I'm not sure. They want you to go back and read the book again, listen to the book again, whatever, okay, to get that. Assignment number 3. Talk with your angel team. Every time I say a new assignment, by the way, it's in a green font and the first letter of most of the words are capitalized. Talk with your angel team. Remember the list of 10 people we encouraged you to contact at the beginning of this book? Talk to 3 of them before your head hits the pillow tomorrow night. Invite them to be part of your team. Maybe none of them will be interested. You may need to talk to all 101 people on your capitalized diamond list to find a handful of excited participants. They're the ones you want, and it will be worth it, because that's what you got to do. That's what you get to do. The sooner you form your team, the richer you all become. Check in at our website where the complete 101 day plan has a capital D and a capital P, to cracking your wealth code is found. Follow it day by day and watch the miracles happen. Contact 3 people in the next 23 hours and 55 minutes. Do you dare? Bonus assignment in green font, centered. And before I read that, I'm going to read the quotes around these 2 pages. Pages 280 and 281. Whoever compares him or herself to another always loses. Nice. Yeah, that's so true. Be authentic. That's a quote by Mark Victor Hansen. Whoever compares him or herself to another always loses, because you want to be authentic. Here's another great quote from my main mentor now, Peter Sage. I love this quote. Their opinion of you is none of your damn business. You want to be authentic. Be who you're here to be. That's the way to live. That's the way to live. Be authentically you. What is authentically you? Think about that for 5 seconds. Take a deep breath on it if you want. Be that. Next quote. Do not think that what your thoughts dwell upon is of no matter. Your thoughts are making you, said Bishop Steer. Your thoughts are making you. Your inspiration. I say this all the time. Your inspirations are the most valuable thing. The most valuable guidance that you can get are the thoughts that come to you when you're relaxed, when you're in quiet repose. How many times have you had a great idea in the shower, or in a warm shower, or in a warm bath, when you're relaxed? When that happens, you want to seize it ASAP. If you can't do it right away, make a note. I like to make notes in my phone. In my phones. I usually have like 5 or so phones that I'm using for stuff, for different things. Back to the book. Next quote. Giving is the ensured way of getting, said Mark Victor Hansen. And when I add to that, you cannot give what you don't have. So you have to have it for yourself first. Thus, your inner world controls your outer world. That's the whole process right there. That's the whole process. Next quote. Work like you don't need the money. Love like your heart has never been broken. And dance like no one is watching, said Larry McMurtry. That's a great quote. I'm not going to talk about this one. I'm just going to read it 2 more times. Work like you don't need the money. Okay, I'm going to talk about that a little bit because, okay, no, I'm not going to get into metaphysics right now and attractions and how you attract and manifestation. No, okay, I'm going to do what I said. I'm just going to read it 2 more times because it's so good. Work like you don't need the money. Love like your heart has never been broken. And dance like no one's watching. Work like you don't need the money. Love like your heart's never been broken. And dance like no one's watching. Dance. Dance. Just dance. What do you want to do when you're broken? Dance. Break dance. Every once in a while, we break. What's the best thing to do when you break? Dance. Next quote. If you have much, give of your wealth. If you have little, give of your heart. Yes, there's 1,000 ways you can give. Anything that feels good is a way you can give. I say this all the time. You can give trust, love, money, whatever. You can give affection. You can give friendship. You can give peace. You can give joy. You can give everything that feels good. And usually you don't get back, almost always, you don't get back from the same person that you give to. And I'm not going to get into metaphysics. Again, I'm not doing that right now, okay? Bonus assignment. Quantum physics, metaphysics. I'm not getting into that right now. Bonus assignment. Go to, hey, they put it there again. Go to www.crackingthemillionairecode.com. I was right, www.crackingthemillionairecode.com, and download a blank WOW, capital W, capital O, capital W, WOW form based on chapter 6. In the blank space next to each of the 21 icons, we encourage you to dream. Dream up your 21 most memorable future memories. Dream up your 21 most memorable future memories. Future memories. In other words, what are some of the unforgettable memories you'd like to create in your life with your future time and money freedom? There will be sample lists online for you to study with items such as ride an elephant, be a lead for a day in a real Broadway play, swim with the dolphins and or whales and or sharks, golf on the world's top 10 courses, meet the governor or president or prime minister or chairman of the board, chairperson of the board, paint a picture with the world's top marine artist, go hang gliding. Well, nobody really hang glides anymore because I figured out it's much better and much less dangerous and much more fun because you don't have to worry about the danger. You can just enjoy it, unless you like the danger, to do parasailing, which is where you use this big, huge parachute. And they have them now, a lot of people do them now with a little fan, with a big fan attached to them, so you don't need the wind from the cliff or whatever so much. You just need the wind to help pick you up. And then you turn on your fan and you're flying. You're sitting there and flying with like no effort. Back to the book. Go hang gliding with the inventor of the sport. Scuba in the world's most beautiful ocean while saving the coral. Hang gliding is very dangerous. I don't recommend it. If you want that thrill, do skydiving, because you're less likely to die on sky. I've done a bunch of skydiving. You're less likely to die on that than getting struck by lightning. Nobody ever dies. You very rarely die from skydiving. And lots of people die from hang gliding, so I wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't recommend, jumping off of buildings or jumping off of cliffs with a parachute. That stuff is too dangerous. I'm not even gonna. I have a motorcycle, and I don't even want. And I'm gonna tell a little story here. I have a motorcycle, and I haven't ridden it very much because there's a lot that I want to accomplish in my life, and that's I keep that as I see it all the time, and I keep it to remind me that after I get some of my machines built, then maybe I can start riding my motorcycle more. Because it's too dangerous. I decided it's too dangerous right now. Back to the book. Scuba in the world's most beautiful ocean while saving the coral. Have lunch with Andy Rooney or another famous TV personality who's still alive. You'd have to be still alive, I guess. Explore the Amazon jungle. Be a circus clown for one day. Drive a steam locomotive or entire train. Sit at the controls of the italicized and capitalized Spruce Goose. Okay, that was the world's biggest airplane thing at the time. Maybe I don't know if it still is, but they talked about it before. Okay. Go to space camp and simulate the real space travel like an astronaut. Fly in the stratosphere at 100,000 feet above the Earth to see the curvature of spaceship Earth and witness an ancient star show unknown. And witness an ancient star show unknown to Earth-based humans. Go on an archaeological dig in the Mayan ruins of Guatemala. Meet and chat with America's wisest and smartest women. Fly a private plane, a glider, a helicopter, a jet, or the space shuttle simulator. Go on a day-long $25,000 shopping spree. Race Formula Dodge cars. Conduct the orchestra for a symphony. Watch open heart surgery up close and personal, but not your own. Watch, italicized, The Producers from backstage. It's italicized and capitalized, so I guess it's the title of a show or something. Ride in a submarine and pilot the sub. Okay, let me throw out some other ones that I'm thinking of right now. Speak on stage in front of 1,000 people. Perform on stage in front of 1,000 people. Perform or speak virtually in front of 1 million people. Let's simplify it a little bit. Go on a month-long vacation with your family. Wherever you want to go. Have a kid. Have another kid. Find your dream perfect partner. Romantic, business, whatever. And fill in what's best for you. Don't let anyone else tell you the answers to this. You're the only one who can figure these out. You're the only one who can think of these and write them down and live your life into them. Be you. Do what you like. Go. Back to the book. Why all of this dreaming? Visit the website for more information. You might be surprised. Now, with all of these thoughts and assignments swirling around and inside you, take a deep breath before you start on your 24-hour experiment. Green centered font, all in capital letters. It's a Wonderful Life. I just watched that movie. I got up from the library and watched it again. It's a Wonderful Life. Do I have the case? It's a Wonderful Life. Where did I put the case? Where did I put the case? Whatever. Oh, I think I just returned it and I got another one. Yeah, they referred to it, they referenced it in this book, and when I watched it, I realized I've already seen it right away, and I watched it again, and I think I guarantee I appreciated it. I appreciated it so much more this time. I watched the colorized version. It's a good movie. It's a great movie. It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. How many times have you seen the movie? It's a Wonderful Life. Of all the movies that Jimmy Stewart starred in, and of all the movies that Frank Capra directed, this was by far their favorite. It came out in 1946, just after World War II. It might surprise you to hear that it was not a very successful movie and disappeared quickly from the movie theaters that year. It was only several years later that this, quote, gem was discovered and became perhaps the most beloved movie of all time. Watch it again. Remember how George, played by Jimmy Stewart, was getting ready to jump off of a bridge after the collapse of his small savings and loan company? His suicide attempt was thwarted by Clarence, a bumbling angel trying to, quote, earn his wings. Clarence lets George see what life would have been like had George never have been born. George is stunned to realize that even though his finances were in chaos, his enlightened wealth statement was priceless. Then we watch what happens when George, quote, comes to himself and enlists the angels in his life. Miracles happen. Can you watch this movie without your eyeballs, quote, sweating? Some people might say that it's just a movie. It's just someone's interpretation of a fictional story. It's not reality. But we ask, what is reality? What is real? Look around at the actors in the movie of your professional life. Isn't what you see just the manifestation of someone's idea of the way they want things to be? Someone, an entrepreneur, wrote a screenplay, business play, and sold it to a producer, a banker or partner, then hired some actors, employees, and rented some sets, office space, and hired some set designers, interior decorators, and then hired a director, manager, to direct these actors to act a certain way. Is reality real? Is this just a movie you're acting in? Is this life just a movie you're acting in? Shakespeare said, quote, "All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players," end quote. All the world's a stage, and all the people are merely players. My main mentor, Peter Sage, loves to say, I'll get to it after this siren is done. Thank you for helping us. Now, what was it I was getting at? All the world's a movie. This is something like this is your... I forgot the exact thing that I was getting at. How do you want your movie to be? Something like, how do you want your movie to be? This is what he says. This is what Peter Sage says. He says something like, everyone else in life is just an extra in your movie. You are the actor. You're the star of your movie. How do you want your movie to be? Do you want your movie to be a drama? The movie of your life. Do you want it to be a drama? Or do you want it to be an inspiring adventure? You can make that choice in every moment of your life. And every feeling that you get, it's telling you whether you're going the right way. How do you get to where you want to go? You keep going that way. If you go the other way, you're not going to get there. You have to keep going to where you want to go to get there. And your feelings are your guide. Let your emotions be your guide. If you're feeling bad, you're going the wrong way. You're framing it incorrectly. You're not looking at it right. You're not holding it right. You don't have the right context. Whenever you're feeling bad, you're not holding it with the right context. This stuff I've been talking about is what manifestation is all about. This stuff is what quantum mechanics is all about. Manifestation. Focusing on what you want. Focusing on what you want. And feeling what you want. The feeling is the secret, Neville Goddard. Back to the book. Is reality real? Is this just a movie you're acting in? Shakespeare said, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. Are you playing a bit part in someone else's movie? How would you like to play the lead? You are. You have no choice. You are playing the lead. Thank you for helping. What is this? A fire? An ambulance? Oh, that's like a fire. That's a fire. I think that's a fire. Thank you for putting out the fire. Thank you. Thank you for helping us put out the fires. I hope you have oxygen and you're being safe. You are the star of your movie. You're the ace of hearts in the royal flush that you were dealt. The 10, Jack, Queen, and King, or whatever else you want them to be. You are the ace of hearts in the royal flush that you were dealt. You're the star of your movie. Think of what the 10, Jack, Queen, and King could be if you want. Be thankful for the time that you came into, the stuff that you have, how easy the connections that we have, how easy everything is now, the technology, airplanes, water coming to you, everything that we have, you, all the challenges that you grew up with, helping to shape and form who you are, who you're here to be. Back to the book. You are the screenwriter, the producer, the director, and the lead actor in the movie of your life. There you go. Someday, someone will see your movie. Will you be the Jimmy Stewart who struggles at first and then triumphs? Triumphs? Will you be the Jimmy Stewart who struggles at first and then triumphs? It's up to you. The next scene is ready to shoot. You've got 24 hours to get some great footage. And we wish you the best of everything. Lights, camera, action. Here's blank 101. You can fill in whatever the answer is they want you to get there. And here's the quotes around the margins of this page, around the margin of this page. Oh, this one starts at the bottom because we're at the end. Everything you need, you already have. You are complete right now. You are a whole, total person, not an apprentice person on the way to someplace else. Your completeness must be understood by you and experienced in your thoughts as your own personal reality. Wayne Dyer. And on that, I'm going to sing right now the Energy Mantra by Michael Seven. Everything that I need, I already have. Everything that I have is all that I need. Anything I desire, I will receive because my reality is created by me. I am successful, I am peaceful, I am free, I am wise, I am potential energy, and like a phoenix I shall rise. I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am power, I am talent, I am mind, I am body, I am spirit, I am balance, I am enlightened, I am fearless, I am outside the realm of time, I am a part of the all. I am a part of the all, and I am one with the divine. Energy, 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 all around the outside and into me. There is no hate in my heart. I even have love for my enemies. Energy, energy, energy. The positive and negativity. The positive and negativity. The power within to create what I will. The divine, the spirit has gifted me. Energy, 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 energy. Energy, 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 energy. Acknowledgements. If you want to read those, get the book. Lots and lots of names, lots of pages in these acknowledgements. Index. Anything else? Anything else? I like to do everything in my readings. I like to read everything there is. Book recommendations. Would you like to know the secrets to making all the money you'll ever want? The 1 Minute Millionaire provides the revolutionary approach to building wealth. A life-changing, quote, millionaire system that will teach you how to create wealth even when you have nothing to start with. Overcome fears so you can take reasonable risks. Use the power of leverage to build wealth rapidly. Use, quote, 1 minute habits to build wealth over the long term. And I believe I have this book on reserve coming to me at the library right now, so maybe it'll be on another reading coming up soon. Mark and Bob are geniuses. I've learned a lot from them. And you will too. Robert Kiyosaki, co-author of the #1 New York Times bestseller, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Read it, great book. This book is a must. Stedman Graham, Chairman and CEO, S. Graham and Associates. Bravo! Excellent story coupled with simple wealth building techniques. Art Linkletter, The 1 Minute Millionaire. Oh good, they only have one book recommendation. And I've already read the stuff on the back and the stuff on the back and, you know, this part and the first thing. That's what I read that first. Go back and listen to it again. All right. Done. Peace.
The way to become whole and the way to become what you're meant to be is through returning and surrendering. Return to the current moment and continually return to the present. And that's the gift of life. While you're centered and grounded in the present, embracing all that life gives you or gifts you with gratitude, embracing the good and embracing the bad with appreciation into growth. Surrender. I'm not talking about giving up. I'm talking about getting calm, taking some deep breaths, relaxing, and listening to the thoughts that come to you and are meant to improve you. Surrender could be the most powerful word that there is when you see it as acceptance with gratitude for all the guidance that the gift of life gives you. Cracking the Millionaire Code. Reading number 26.